Question 1. Why does the law forbid eating an animal that has died naturally? Answer. Because animals that die naturally usually die from starvation or disease. The commentary points out that it is the nature of death itself that renders the animal unclean, not that the animal was originally unclean by kind. Even if the animal belongs to a clean category, once it dies in this manner, it is regarded as having been defiled, and therefore must not be eaten. Question 2. What is the true purpose of this commandment? Answer. The commentary makes it clear that the purpose is not hygiene itself, but holiness. The law immediately gives its reason. For you are a people holy to the Lord your God. Together with the washing rites prescribed in Leviticus, this command teaches the people that, having been chosen and set apart for God, they must avoid in daily life everything that would make them unclean. Question 3. Why is meat torn by beasts also considered unclean? Answer. Because the mangled condition of the meat itself is regarded as unclean. The commentary explains that the distortion and corruption resulting from being torn apart are counted as a form of defilement. Therefore, this command follows the same principle as the prohibition against eating carcasses, differing only in its object. Question 4. What is the consequence for someone who eats meat torn by beasts? Answer. The conclusion of the commentary is clear. Anyone who eats such meat becomes defiled. This is not a neutral act, but one that truly places a person in a state of uncleanness, and therefore must be avoided. Question 5. Why are eating carcasses and eating blood prohibited together in the same passage? Answer. This is not because the two are identical in nature. The commentary notes that when Moses delivered the law, he did not always arrange the commandments according to strict categories, but often interwove commands of different kinds. Therefore, their being listed together does not mean they are the same type of prohibition. Question 6. Why must these two prohibitions be understood separately? Answer. Because their purposes differ, and their penalties differ as well. One who eats blood is to be cut off from among the people, whereas one who eats a carcass is only required to wash and remain unclean until evening. The difference in punishment clearly shows that the nature of these two prohibitions is not the same. Hi. Question 7. Then to which category does meat torn by beasts belong? Answer. According to the commentary, in light of the context, such meat should be classified as unclean meat. For the law itself has already given the reason. Those who have been chosen to be a holy people must keep themselves pure and free from corruption. Question 8. Why does God command that this meat be thrown to dogs instead of being eaten by people? Answer. The commentary reasons that if this meat did not carry a contagious defilement that would pollute the holy people, God would not have commanded that meat originally fit for human consumption be thrown to dogs. This command itself shows that the meat is no longer suitable for use by a holy people. Question 9. Why does the law allow these meats to be given to foreigners or eaten by foreigners? Does this not encourage sin? Answer. The commentary acknowledges that at first glance this seems unreasonable. But the answer is clear. Foreigners were not originally set apart by dietary distinctions and were permitted to eat all kinds of food. Certain food prohibitions were given specifically to mark God's chosen people as distinct from the nations, not as a universal moral law. Question 10. Then why does another passage say that both the sojourner and the native are unclean if they eat carcasses? Answer. Because the term sojourner refers to different kinds of people in different contexts. Some sojourners, though originally from foreign nations, had accepted the law and received circumcision. Circumcision brought them into the people of God, as heirs of Abraham. Such persons were therefore required to observe the same laws of purity. Question 11. What about sojourners who were not circumcised? Answer. The commentary explains that because these people had not received circumcision, they remained separated from the descendants of Abraham, and were regarded as secular, excluded from the covenant community. Therefore, they were not subject to the same regulations. Question 12. What is the overall conclusion of the entire commentary? Answer. The summary is this. All who call upon the name of God and claim to be His people are called to pursue holiness and to guard themselves in daily life from everything that would render them unclean.